What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Jason Ma the Magician, and welcome back to another episode of Yes, I'm going to teach you how to do that. It's the show where I teach you how to turn one card into another, but also I'm going to be teaching you that sick pop-out move, the Marbles Pop-Out by Zach Mueller. So strap in, because the stuff I'm about to teach you is insane. I mean, just look at this. Now this trick is super visual and it's super easy to do. And for my more advanced students, you get the Marbles Pop-Out move, baby. I don't actually know what I'm doing right now. Now before we get stuck into the tutorial, make sure that you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And without any further ado, let's dive into the snap change. Alright, for the snap change, all you're going to need is two playing cards, and you're going to hold them together as if they're one playing card. Now the basic movement is you're going to be holding the card with the fingers down here, and you're just going to be very slowly sort of snapping the card. You can see I'm slowly bringing it down, around, and under. Okay? Just like that. It's basically what the snap change is. Now, if you can click your fingers, this will be so much easier for you, because that's essentially what you're doing. You're just clicking your fingers, except you're not going to hear the sound because the card's in the way, you see? Now, my recommendation is just to practice this motion. Do it slow, do it controlled, and then you can start trying to speed it up, because when you start practicing, you're going to have cards fly away. Sometimes you'll get stuck like this. You'll be like... No matter what annoyances come from it though, don't be discouraged. The motion is just this. Bring that card around the back and bang. Imperceivable, baby. At full speed, it's gonna be like whoosh, magic. Now I do have a small tip for y'all. When doing the snap change, when you're practicing, if you've never done it before, I recommend you just practice like this. Then you have this weird disappearing finger, you know, where you start like this and then it disappears. But when you start getting good at it, I recommend you do this. Pinch it like this, right? Keep this curled in, keep this finger curled in. And then as you do the maneuver, you do it in the motion, you bring that finger out in the motion of doing the move, right? So it never looks like it's there at full speed. It's like, it just changes like magic. And if you do it that way, there's no disappearing finger, you know what I'm saying? Now once you get good at the basic snap change, you can start doing some crazy variants, like these. Now you can hold the card upright like this, and then when you snap, it'll change. Now the secret to this one is actually, if you hold it straight on, you'll flash the corners here. You actually have to angle your hand like that, so that you get a little bit longer view, if that makes sense. You see, I'm hiding it a bit more accurately. Now the way that you hold that is you're just going to hold it upright like this, grab it in the usual snap position, and then turn it just a touch, just a tiny little bit, and then it'll just sort of flick behind there like that when you do the snap change. Kind of a nice way to do it. You can also end pretty much clean if you have the deck in your other hand. Like this, you take the card, you wave over and snap, and it changes, baby, and you end clean. Pretty cool. Now to do that, all you have to do is hold the two cards in snap position, and as you wave your hand over the card, once it's covering the face, that's when you do the snap. And then as you come back around, you're just going to drop this on the top of the deck like that, and then you can show the card is clean. And that's probably the best way to do it as a magic trick, if you choose to do it that way. Now another cool thing you can do is you can like split a card using the snap change. Let me show you what I mean. So let's just say you've got this 2 here, but you actually just need 2 1s. Now to do this is like the snap change with an extra bit. Makes it a little bit more complicated, but let me see if I can show you. Basically, I just hold the 3 cards together as one, and as I execute the snap, I put the pad of my thumb on the backmost card, and as I execute the snap, I'm also using this finger to kind of guide. So this card will go down as I pull this one forward, kind of like that, and it looks pretty cool. At a speed, it really does kind of look like you split it into 2, which is pretty dope. And if you find this a little bit too difficult, it actually looks pretty cool if you just do the snap change without splitting them like that. There's something, they'll naturally separate like this, and you end up you know, pretty clean as well. So you can just do that too if you want. Anyway, now that I've taught you guys a few different handlings and ideas that you can do with the snap change, it's time to teach you the marbles pop out. Now this is not for the faint of heart, so if you give up on things easy, get the fuck out of my video. But if you're committed to the bit, well, strap in, because it's going to take a little hot minute to explain exactly how it works. I'll try and be as efficient as I can, but this one's going to require you to figure it out on your own. I can only guide you so much. So, alright, so for this, you're going to want to practice with 2 cards. I actually think the move is much easier with 2 than it is with just 1, but you can do it with as many cards as you want. I just think 2 is the optimal number. So first of all, hold the 2 together as 1, and you're going to stuff them as roughly about the middle, probably higher to the top if possible, but about the middle-ish. And you're going to be executing this perpendicular control. So basically what happens is I push the card in on an angle like so that the corner sticks out here, right? You can see the corner there, and there's a little bit of corner over here as well, kind of sticking out, which is going to allow you to guide the card down into this the perpendicular control. So this is basically the setup. Right, you want the card to be in this position. When you hold it like that, you can't actually see it. You've got pretty good coverage all the way around. The only time it's bad is if you angle your hands up or too far down. But all the way around, you're pretty covered. You're actually pretty good. Now, from here, while you're holding the deck, so you can see I've got the 3 fingers. This finger's free, my point is free, but these ones here are holding along. I'm holding it parallel to the floor, but my hand's angled slightly. Thumb in the back in the middle. This hand's going to reach around, and if I pull down on this, it's actually going to lift up a little break here like this. Okay, so now I've got this gap, and with my forefinger that's free, I'm going to push down to hold it. So I'm going to be holding this gap, okay, but I'm also going to be using my forefinger, so the card just fell out because I let go with my forefinger. You need to be applying pressure to keep them in position. So let me show you again. It goes down, you pull it down onto an angle like this, and then this hand's going to pull down, creating that gap, and use your forefinger to hold it in place. Now, as much as you shake this deck, if you're applying enough force with the forefinger, that card won't move at all. And when you're ready to do the move, you can do it. Hopefully not like that. You don't want to drop it. But essentially, in order to execute the pop out like that, right, what you have to do is practice with this forefinger is you're holding the tension, and as you flick, you're going to release the tension as you pull back, and then quickly reapply the tension before the card goes all the way out. This is the part that you're going to have to play with the most. Now I whip my hand in kind of a semi-circle motion, right? So I go like that, and I pull back suddenly. So you'll see here, boom. You see that? Now I'm at the same time releasing the pressure. So I go like this, and then as I'm pulling back, I release the pressure, and then I quickly apply the pressure again to stop the card going too far out. Your card's gonna like hit this finger and rotate around it. So what happens is the card slides forward, it hits the finger, it rotates around, and then you reapply the pressure real quick to catch it, to stop it going too far. Now this is like a microsecond, like release stop, you know, like it's quick, it's very quick. And that flick motion, like circular, like you can just see I'm just literally whipping my hand. I just whip my hand, and if you apply enough pressure, that card will stop, and the double stays together as well. So you can actually just always keep that double together, which is super nice. For social media, it's perfect. You'll always fry magicians with this move. You whip the card out, you can take it like this and then do the snap change. Boom, it's an amazing move. Now I'm going to stop explaining how to do the move there. I think that's more than enough information. The thing is that this move is a knacky move that you're going to have to figure out on your own. It requires a lot of finger strength and a lot of timing in releasing and reapplying that pressure. But once you get it perfect, it's going to be amazing, man. You'll be frying magicians all over the interwebs. And with all that said and done, you better have clicked the like button and also subscribe if you're not already. All right, bye.
Enchanté.